Welcome to this AlphaCam Express presentation on editing geometry. Before watching this presentation, we strongly recommend you watch the presentation on basic design. To explain the different commands under editing geometry, we're going to create the three different designs you see there in front of you, starting with the door on the top right, and this is movie number 1 of 3. So we'll produce this door. It's 500 by 600 with a 70mm offset round for the styles, and then we'll use the break and trim commands to produce these angled lines. So we'll load our file, example door 1. We'll start with a rectangle from 0, 0 to 500 tab 600. I now want to produce the styles and rails, so we'll do that under edit. One of the options is offset a distance of 70 all the way around this closed geometry. Click and then click inside. Now I want to produce this line here. So create a line from the midpoint of here. I don't know where it's going in X, so press F1, F1 in Y, 315 degrees, and the length of that line, let's do that 200. And now wish to extend that to this boundary. So again, under edit, there's an option there of extend. You select the boundary, then what you wish to extend. Now I'm going to produce these lines, coming back in using the offset command. It's an offset distance of 30. I want to offset line only, but offset as a geometry. Click, click, select, and then click. Now I want to delete these parts, so I can do that by cutting them away using trim. Select this as the trimming geometry and the bits I want to remove. Then you click and select. Spacebar repeats that command. Window those now become my cutting geometries, and it's this that I wish to trim. These are then all still individual elements. I wish to join them, so we'll come back into the edit and we'll say join, and those are all now joined. Another edit command we can use is chamfer. So I'm going to chamfer a distance of 30mm and 30mm. Select the two lines, it's now chamfered. I now need to do the fillet radius. This is again an edit geometry, so we can say fillet a radius of 3, all of this closed geometry, and now we can see it's put its fillet radius in there. Under CAD, I'm just going to select hide parts, and we'll just hide those. Now we can focus on the door that we've just created. We're now going to look at start point, first, and order. First, we'll switch on the ghost tools under display options, and also the option of draw geometry rapids. Under edit, we have the option of setting the start point. So the start point I wish to be in the middle of here, and maybe also start on the middle of that, middle of this, and the middle of that. I wish to reorder these as well, because it's going to do the outside first, so I'm going to set the first in the group of geometries to be this. Now we can come back into edit and we'll say order. We'll order the toolpaths manually. I'm selecting the small one, then coming out, and then finally going around the outside, and that then changes the orders of the geometries. It's not essential, but it is good practice to reorder the geometries before you apply the toolpaths. If you forget to do so, AlphaCam is very forgiving, and you can reorder the toolpaths as well, and we'll show you that in a later movie. This concludes this AlphaCam Express editing geometry movie number 1. We use all the commands you can see on the left hand side there to create this door you can see on the right. We also showed how you can use start point, first and order to prepare these geometries for machining and optimize the application of the toolpaths. Thank you for your time. Please now watch movies number 2 and 3 within the Editing Geometry series.